Iasu Malagedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Michael, Shannon.
Listen, Rick, I don't. Could I
Go
just?
fuck yourself? Yeah. What'd you think it was going to mean working for me?
I just thought that maybe.
I didn't. You didn't think. You didn't have the guts to ask me either. Nobody does. Because who in their right mind wouldn't rather put someone in a home than drag them out of it? Up until 3 years ago, I was a regular old real estate agent. Putting people in homes, speculating on property, that was my job. Now in 2006, Robert and Julia Tanner borrowed $30,000 to put an enclosed patio on their home that they had somehow managed to live without for 25 years. Why don't you ask them about that when they're spitting in your face while you walk them to the curb? Why don't you ask the bank what the hell they were thinking giving these people an adjustable rate mortgage? And then you can go to the government and ask them why they lifted every regulation and sat there like a retarded stepchild. You, Tanner, banks, Washington, every other homeowner and investor from here to China turned my life into evictions. I'm not an aristocrat. I wasn't born into this. My daddy was a roofer, okay? I grew up on construction sites watching him bust his ass until he fell off of a townhouse one day. A lifetime of insurance payments, and they dropped him before he could buy a wheelchair, but only after they got him hooked on painkillers. Now, do you think I'm gonna let that happen to me? Do you think America 2010 gives a flying rat's ass about Carver or Nash? America doesn't bail out the losers. America was built by bailing out winners, by rigging a nation of the winners, for the winners, by the winners. You go to church, Nash? You go to church?
Sure.
Only 1 in 100's gonna get on that ark, son. And every other poor soul's gonna drown. I'm not gonna drown.
Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a scene from the movie 99 Homes. Now, chances are you've probably never even heard of this movie, but I'm going to get into it later. But today I'd like to talk about Michael Shannon because I feel he's a very underrated actor. Not underrated in the sense that you don't know about him or, his acting roles, whatever, but I think he should be more recognized. And I like to think that because I have this podcast, I can, bring that to the table. So, without further ado, okay? Because if I feel I'm going to be completely honest with you. This man scares the shit out of me. I'm just being honest. Plus he's like a fellow Michael as well. So I feel it's all Michaels out there. But yeah, he's a scary motherfucker, man. But I mean that in a good way. I mean, like he brings a really strong presence to the role, or to any role he does, as you can see from what I just played. But yeah, he'll give you nightmares, man. I saw him in an interview one time, and he said that it was very hard for him to make friends. Now I don't know, it's because maybe he was more socially awkward growing up, or maybe because he's kind of like almost like a reincarnated Clint Eastwood type. You know what I mean? Like he brings that strong presence. He's got really good facial features, like when it comes to certain faces he does during his roles, and just the way he'll look at you, man. It just make you want to shit your pants. But I mean, like he's so good at that, and like you can't really teach that. I mean, you can in a way, but sometimes you just have those like perfect mannerisms. Almost like a Christopher Walken kind of type. You got the good facial expressions and stuff like that. You're just built for certain roles. So I think that's pretty cool. So without further ado, I would like to talk about Michael Shannon today. And also, Yeah, I like to save a few bucks and go to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because it's free and why not? A lot of people give it shit because it's not reliable. In my world, it is, okay? Wikipedia. There you go. It even sounds cool. So, let's begin. Michael Corbett Shannon was born August 7th, 1974, is an American actor. He is a frequent collaborator with director Jeff Nichols, having appeared in Nichols' films Shotgun Stories, Take Shelter, Mud, Midnight Special, and Loving, both 2016. Shannon received 2 Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor nominations for Revolutionary Road and Nocturnal Animals. He received Screen Actors Guild Award and Gold Globe Award nominations for his role in 99 Homes, which again we'll talk about later, but absolutely well deserved. Shannon's film debut was in Groundhog Day. He has also appeared in 8 Mile. Yes, he was in 8 Mile. I didn't believe it either. We're going to get to that later. Bad Boys 2, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, The Iceman, Premium Rush, The Night Before, Elvis and Nixon. Guess which one he played? The Shape of Water, Knives Out, Bullet Train, and Amsterdam. He played General Zod in the DC Extended Universe films Man of Steel and The Flash. Shannon made his Broadway debut in the 2012 play Grace. He returned to Broadway playing James Tyrone Jr. in the revival of Eugene O'Neill's Long Day's Journey into Night, earning a Tony Award nomination. His television roles include a role as Nelson Van Alden in the HBO period drama series Boardwalk Empire, for which he was nominated for 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards. He starred in Hulu's 9 Perfect Strangers and Showtime's George and Tammy, for which he received a nomination for a Primetime Emmy Award. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's been doing it for quite some time. I mean, as far as I know, like the 90s. Yeah, so, I mean, it's almost 30 years. That's pretty good, and he's definitely gotten accolades for his work. So, but again, I cannot stress to you, I mean, even the picture they have on Wikipedia, it says Shannon in 2015. He still scares the shit out of me. Look at that. The way he squints his eyes, it is. I'm telling you, if they ever remake The Good and the Bad and the Ugly, and by the way, they should never remake The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Okay, all these fucking reboots that are coming out, it's all bullshit. But if they do, I think they found Clint Eastwood's long lost son here. But there's also some facts about Mr. Michael Shannon I'd like to read more about. I found 10 facts here on mentalfloss.com. So here we go. He does not like his performances being interrupted by vomit. Ladies and gentlemen, who does? Who enjoys vomit? Okay, remember that scene in Seinfeld where, didn't Kramer get or throw up on George's supposed to be future wife, and then she, I don't know, got poisoned by envelopes, and the only reason why is because, Jason Alexander didn't get along with her or something like that. I don't know. That's a story for another time. But the point is, throw up is disgusting, okay? I work security. I used to work security at this one place where I remember the first day I worked there. I was like 1 a.m.-ish, whatever. And all of a sudden, I smell coffee grinds. I smell coffee. I'm like, who the fuck is ordering coffee on a Friday night at a bar, club, whatever, right? I don't know, the kids mixing it with vodka, whatever. And it turns out that the whole place was kind of carpeted. I mean, this place has been around for over 100 years. It's considered a landmark, whatever. And instead of just cleaning it up right there, they would actually take coffee grinds and just sprinkle it all over the puke. Just in the meantime, right? Because they didn't have time to, Scotch guard this shit, I guess. But yeah, puke it's disgusting, man. It is. But, I don't know if it works for models. I'm kidding. I know a lot of, that's a bad stereotype to have. I get it, but at the same time, it's not good, man. It's not. Anyways. Shannon got his start as a theater performer and often appears in stage plays between film roles. While appearing on Broadway in 2012 for a play titled Grace, Shannon told the Chicago Tribune that he began to grow irritated when an obvious commotion in the audience broke his concentration. Believing someone might have been drunk, he complained to the stage manager afterwards. The man informed that all right. I don't know, my grammar's not good either. In the balcony had vomited into the orchestra section. Oh, shit. Causing widespread and panic. I mean, first of all, for someone getting shit-faced, like in the theater, I mean, have you ever heard that? I mean, okay, they get shit-faced at a concert, whatever, you may be coming off a roller coaster or whatever, but I mean, yeah, you gotta, I don't know, these ritzy types, you gotta watch out. In retrospect, Shannon admitted the crowd was pretty restrained in their reaction. Well, yeah, first of all, to tick off, normal people when they get pissed off, they're scary, but like, I can imagine, Michael Shannon at a, 5 out of 10, on the, anger scale. That's got to be pretty scary anyway. But the last thing you want to do is piss this guy off. But he fucking played Zod. On top of that, anyways. But yeah, that's disgusting, guys. Go to the bathroom like everybody else. It's come on, Do like most people, like in the theater do. Don't get drunk because then you don't have to get up every, half hour to take a piss. Just smoke a joint. His first film role was 25 years ago, or whenever this was written, in Groundhog Day. Migrating from his native Kentucky, Shannon performed theater work in Chicago before trying his luck in Hollywood. His first role was opposite Bill Murray in 1993's Groundhog Day, where Murray's character gifts him with tickets to WrestleMania. Shannon was just 18 years old at the time. Wow. Honestly, he looks the fucking same, man. He doesn't look that much different. Okay, maybe a little younger or whatever, but first of all, you get to work with Bill Murray, okay, in one of his best roles. We all know that, okay? Bill Murray is the fucking man, okay? On top of that, he gets to have a cool little scene, almost not one-on-one, but a good little pivotal scene at the end there, where you're remembered. And 2, he gets tickets to WrestleMania in 1993, man. Fuck, that's awesome. What more do you want in life, ladies and gentlemen? It's beautiful, beautiful thing. They don't give out tickets in the theater, do they? No, not for WrestleMania. Pfft, fuck that. He does not give a shit about superheroes fighting. Oh, you're doing DC movies, so, I don't know, unless you're in Batman, yeah, I hear you. One of Shannon's highest profile roles to date was the Kryptonian supervillain General Zod in 2013's Man of Steel. While he did not reprise the role for 2016's Batman and Superman: Dawn of Justice, good move, that did not stop one of enterprising reporter from asking if he was picking sides in the fictional superhero face-off. After explaining that he fell asleep while trying to watch the movie on a plane, he told... that's why I love Michael. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He told Vulture that he was utterly unconcerned with who would win. So you can tell, he's a serious actor. He look, let's just be honest. Like, a lot of people out there, they're like, okay, you know what? I'm dying to be in a superhero movie. And it is a very cool thing to do. It really is. To be part of that world. To be part of a superhero world like Marvel or, DC, I guess. But the point is, he doesn't give a shit, He's like, he's probably like, did the check clear, and that's it. Like, that's all you need, he yells out, I will find him, and I don't know, call it a wrap. And then he said, I can't even come up with a fake answer. Beautiful. I love it. See, he's not fake at all. I love it. He said, I guess I have to root for Superman because he killed me. So I would hope that he would continue his killing spree and become like a serial killer Superman. That's a new take on Superman. We'd all be in a heap of trouble if Superman was a serial killer. He could just wipe us all out, but then he'd be lonely. Okay, so the whole comparison to Superman maybe being a serial killer, if he was a bad person, uh, maybe this is why you couldn't make friends that easily growing up. But Jesus. The point is, again, he doesn't care. Okay, he's here to clearly make really good movies, and Superman, I don't know, fuck it, we'll get to it later. Talk shows were ambivalent about having him on. Okay, fair enough. Listen. I'm looking at pictures of him. I want to piss my pants here. With his dry sense of humor, Shannon's off-screen persona can sometimes have people doubting whether he'd make for a good late-night talk show guest. In 2013, he told the New York Times that his aloof disposition may have cost him an appearance on David Letterman. An innovation he had been conveying since he was a teenager. He said, "How many movies do you gotta do to get on David Letterman?" he asked. "All I've wanted since I was 15 freaking years old," I doubt he said freaking, "was to be on David Letterman. I mean, I'm in Man of Steel. I think they all think I'll be violent." Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll listen to Michael Shannon talk forever. I don't give a shit, as long as I got one of those shields that the police get in raids. But no, but in all honesty, I mean, like, he seems like a pretty chill dude. I think he's overthinking it, but yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to be on David Letterman? But I don't know, maybe it would be like an awkward interview. I don't know, maybe it'd be like when Joaquin Phoenix there was, I don't know, a little ubats. I don't know, just putting gum under the table, and but that whole thing ended up being fake anyway. But still, it was still funny, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Also says, following this interview, Shannon was booked to appear on Letterman's show. No one was harmed. Well, there you go. God bless. There you go. See, even God loves him. His daughter had no interest in his action figure. Wow, even the action figure is scary. Like, he's got my eyebrows. Awesome. Playing General Zod afforded Shannon the opportunity to have his likeness etched into toy form. From action figures to elaborate and expensive collector's items. Asked whether his young daughter thought that was interesting, Shannon told the AV Club that a diminutive version of her father held little intrigue. "I can't say she, personally, is terribly interested in them," he said. "She's more into My Little Pony and Tinkerbell thing." Well, two things here. One, just be thankful you didn't have a son that's into My Little Pony. I don't know if you guys ever seen that group of people there, the bronies. Those are, I don't know, someone's gonna, I don't know. Something tells me that these guys are also connected to NAMBLA, okay? Now, if you don't know what NAMBLA is, it's, I don't know, it's apparently, they made fun of it on South Park there. I found out it's a bunch of weird pedophiles, and I don't know. I think the guy from Seventh Heaven is running it, and I don't know, Jared is doing the tech work. I don't know. But the point is, yeah, I mean, like, even the doll is scary. I mean, but again, hey, listen, some good merch, okay? Get some good points off that, that's it. No worries, man. And I get it, you're a serious actor, but you never know, man. Worst case scenario, you're in a superhero movie, you're eating for the rest of your life. No problem. Well, DC, I don't know, who knows. You will not find Shannon on social media. No shit. Do not expect Michael Shannon to retweet or particularly poignant cat or dog video. In 2012, he told the AV Club that social media is not part of his routine. He said, "I do not do any of that social media stuff." Once again, I'm pretty sure he did not say the word stuff. "I have people telling me all the time, you should do Twitter, you should do this, you should get on Facebook. Are you insane? I'm not doing anything, any of that crap." Again, he didn't say crap. Listen, we know what words he's really saying. Okay, I don't have to say shit here. I stay the hell off that thing. Every once in a while, I send a business email, and that is it. That's it. Thank you. See, I tell people all the time, if you're famous, you don't need social media. Don't use social media. It's not worth it. It's going to get you in shit. You voice your opinion, even if it's the right opinion, people are going to spin it and say you're racist, sexist, the word "the" offends people these days. We're all screwed, okay? If you're a loser, then go on Twitter. He worries his stomach will rumble during audiobook recordings. This is how professional this guy is. I mean, he doesn't want to make a fucking peep. This guy, look at this guy. Shannon was invited to read the audiobook for playwright and actor Sam Shepard's final book, Spy of the First Person. While he felt honored to be asked to be a voice for the late author, Shannon told the Chicago Tribune that voiceover work was not without its hazards. He said, I spent a lot of time trying to breathe quickly and dealing with some stomach noise, he said. They had a little bowl of breakfast bars in the recording studio, and the producer at one point says to me, you should eat one of the breakfast bars. And I said, nah, I don't like breakfast bars. So he says, well, put a pillow over your stomach then. Oh, you wouldn't like him when he's hungry. Wow. That guy had a lot of balls, eh? But the point is, but that's how professional this guy wants to be. I mean, he doesn't want to make sure there's any background noise or nothing like that. And him doing voiceovers, that's pretty cool. He's got a good little voice there. I always said this, and I just want to put this out there before I forget, because I'm in my 40s now, so my memory's going to shit. Right now they got Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, which I've always been a huge fan of. It's one of those shows I love. Still scares the shit out of me. I love it. It's really scary though. Like when they show those, what people like if a poor kid got kidnapped when he was 1 or something, and then it shows what it would look like at 20, and these fucking things look real. I mean, back in the day it was just like a simple drawing, whatever, but now it's just it looks really fucking creepy. But anyways, not as creepy as Shannon. But anyways, I'm just Mr. Shannon. I'm joking. Please don't kill me. But yes, I always felt like if they ever did get a host for that, I mean, no one's gonna top Robert Stacks. We all know that. Even in the credits there, they show a quick little picture of him, which is pretty cool. But if you get him to host it, which I don't know, maybe it's Netflix, they probably can't afford him, whatever at this point. But still, even if he did do it, I think that'd be awesome. I mean, I think he would definitely fit the bill. So there we go. That's my 2 cents. It's my podcast. I can say what I want. He played a shirtless tribute to David Bowie on stage. Shannon's acting chops are not in question, but not many people know he's prepared to rock out when the moment presents itself. He formed the rock band Corporeal. Yeah, nice. In 2002 and released an album in 2010 for a tribute concert in January 2018 dedicated to the late David Bowie. Shannon threw away his shirt and got on stage to channel Iggy Pop and perform Lust for Life. And the guy can sing. He can sing, he can act, he's got a kick-ass voice. I'm almost positive he can beat pretty much everybody, beat the shit out of everyone in Hollywood. It just, as many talents he has. Not that he would, I'm just saying. He's got, with the stare, listen, if anybody had the power to shoot lasers out of his eyes, could Zod do that or no? I forgot. I don't know. Like I know Superman could do that, but could Zod? I assume he could, right? I mean, maybe that's why they got him for the role. Look at the picture they got. He's grinning. He's you want to again, sometimes you want to laugh, but then you're creeped out at the same time. And again, Shannon, I love you, but if anybody can, I think he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. I'm not gonna lie. I want to believe that. Lots of people just assumed he'd be playing David Koresh in Wacko. I didn't assume that. But then again, I don't know who that is. With his intense stare and brooding demeanor. See, even Mental Floss recognizes. Shannon is often invited to portray characters that descend into either lawlessness or outright madness. For the Paramount Network's Wacko, he's a federal agent trying to outmaneuver religious cult leader David Koresh. Koresh. Koresh? Is it Koresh? Yeah. As soon as people heard Wacko, however, they assumed he'd be playing the unhinged one. He said, I actually got mad at film director Ethan Cohen, he told GQ. I was on an airplane and Ethan was sitting behind me. He said, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm shooting Wacko. And he's like, and playing Koresh? I'm like, damn, why does everyone always ask me if I'm playing Koresh? I forget for a second I was talking to Ethan Cohen. I really kind of regretted it afterwards. I should have stifled my irritation. Stifled. Sorry. Yeah, so, okay, I'm going to have to do more research on this. I don't know who this is. I've heard of this series. I haven't watched it yet. I hear good things. I heard they had some kind of continuation series about it, but yeah, I don't know who Dave Koresh is. Maybe Wikipedia knows. I will find him on Wikipedia. Now it says here, David Koresh, born Vernon Wayne Howell, born August 17th, 1959, to April 19th, 1993. Oh, wow. So ironically, the first movie role Shannon had. Okay. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. Was an American cult leader who played a central role in the Waco Siege of 1993. As the head of the branch Davidians, the religious sect and offshoot of the Seventh-day Adventists, Koresh claimed to be its final prophet. I don't know, judging by his looks, man, he probably has some good coke too. His apocalyptic biblical teachings, including interpretations of the book of Revelation and the seventh seal, attracted various followers. Okay, so he's running a cult. There you go. Okay. Shit. Wow, this guy's... all right. I mean, like, again, like, if you look at this guy, he looks like a guy that's just on, like one of those big-ass speedboats and, going back and forth and, doing some deals. But, yeah, there you go. So, yeah. Okay, well, that answers that question. And it says here, Shannoning is becoming a thing. Okay. On the set of The Shape of Water, Shannon's penchant, is that how you say it? Panache, for getting his things right in a single take did not go unnoticed by the rest of the cast. Speaking with The Verge, Shannon said that his last name became a verb that denotes excellence in performing. Octavia Spencer came up with this term on set, Shannoning, where you get something right in one take. He said, every once in a while, after one take, I didn't get that right in one take, Guillermo would be like, that's perfect. And Octavia would say, I Shannoned it. Stupendous. Okay, so I personally think that's not going to catch on. I think that's kind of stupid. But listen, a lot of actors do like to get things in one take, okay? But then I've heard cases where certain directors like to do scenes like 50 times, okay? Just to make sure they got different angles, speeches, blah, 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 whatever. So, it's nice to get things in one take. But me personally, I think you should do it at least like 5-10 times, just to be on the safe side. You never know. You don't want to tape it once with Michael Shannon, you know what I mean? And then, like, you're going to lose the footage. And then, some random intern has to go, Yeah, listen, we didn't get this the first time here. Can we, can we please do it one more time? And then you're going to get that stare that he gives to Wikipedia there, and it's, he's probably, or she's not going to come back alive. But the point is, Michael Shannon, he's seems like a pretty cool dude, and there's some good facts there. It also, well, I'm also looking on IMDb because Rotten Tomatoes is stupid. As an Italian, I'm actually offended by that name. But anyways, it says here one of his favorite shows is Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist. I tried watching that show again recently. Like, it's okay. I'm more of a John Lovett's The Critic kind of fan. But but that's just me. He could be my father. I don't know. But the point is, yeah, it's a good little show. It has that like shaky animation, whatever. I don't know. You gotta, I don't know. Yeah, like if you're on shrooms, I wouldn't advise watching this show. But still, he also did his own singing as George Jones in George and Tammy. So that's pretty good. Yeah, because you wonder sometimes, are these people actually singing or whatever? I can see that Michael Shannon taking that seriously. So that's pretty good. It says his favorite films are Alphaville, 1965, The King of Comedy, 1982. That's a classic one. If you watch the movie Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, a lot of it is copied off that. Decalogue came out in 1989. Crumb in 1994, and I Stand Alone, 1998. Okay, so I've seen only one out of those 5 films. So, okay, I got something to do this weekend. Good. Thank you, Mr. Shannon. It says here, film critic Amy Nicholson believes he is the perfect actor to play Jack Reacher. Well, that didn't end up happening. Listen, no disrespect to Tom Cruise. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of those movies, but the show is pretty good. If you get the chance to check out the show, but yeah. Point is, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Shannon is a pretty cool motherfucker. All right, this guy definitely takes his work seriously. I didn't know he took it that seriously. I mean, he's as serious as his mean stare, man. I mean, look, fucking scary. The point is, I like to go on IMDb, the free encyclopedia, and review every single one of his movies. Yes, this is what we do at this channel. I have like 2 people listening to each show that I ever do here. I don't know, can I really call it a channel? I don't know. Who knows? Point is, ladies and gentlemen, let's start from the beginning here. So, it says here that his very first job that he did was in a TV movie called Overexposed. And he played a young man. A few words that should never be grouped together, but anyways, it says here, convinced that her husband Norm is being unfaithful, and Dembski has an affair with family friend Nick. Was he Greek? No. When she realizes that Nick contrived the evidence of Norm's unfaithfulness in order to seduce her, she breaks off the affair. Okay, so I've never seen this movie. You can definitely tell it's a TV movie just by the cover. I mean, it seems like it's not the best quality here. Black background. They didn't put a lot of shit into this. But I don't know. Michael Shannon is somewhere here. He's not even mentioned in the first 15 people here. So there you go. Rating 5 out of 10. If you want to see this movie, go ahead. I've never seen it. But ladies and gentlemen, if I could recommend one movie, okay, and this is probably one of the best comedies of all time. Comedy, drama, whatever you want to call it. A little movie called Groundhog Day. Now, I just reviewed this movie. I did a few months ago with Bill Murray there. I did a podcast about him. He is awesome. I mean, for your first, real movie, no disrespect to Overexposed, but one of your first jobs to be in one of the best comedies of all time, to work with one of the funniest people of all time, Bill Murray, and to have scenes with Bill Murray, it's just a gift. And he played a character named Fred. Now, like I just said, I mean, Again, if you want to know more details about this movie, check out my Bill Murray podcast. I go more into depth there. But I mean, this is just a great movie. One of Bill Murray's best. And again, I always forget that Michael Shannon was in this. Yeah, I mean, he definitely smiles the most in any of his roles that he's ever done in this movie. He is actually happy in this one. He's not playing a bad guy, out for some psychotic revenge or being a detective looking for shit, and still being very pissed off, not cracking a smile, not taking advantage of life. But this one, he's with his future fiance there in the movie, and he's just with Bill Murray, and Bill Murray's just very generous at the end. It's kind of like a whole Charles Dickens vibe going here, where the character is bah humbug, and then all of a sudden he's in a good mood and doing nice things, and he gets something very nice for Michael Shannon.
WrestleMania! No way! We're like gonna be in Pittsburgh anyway!
Thank you, Mr. Connors. You're a real pal.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. Wrestle fucking Mania in 1993. That would have been fucking awesome. Also, I find it funny that, like, at the end there, he kisses Miss McDowell there, and I don't know. Somebody tells me he improv that. I don't know why. I don't have any proof of that. But again, it's actually no. Wait, no. Oh no. You know what? So she kissed Bill Murray, the fiance there, kissed Bill Murray on the lips. And then afterwards, yeah, she seems kind of a little pissed off there. So yeah, maybe that was planned, but that's cool. Yeah. But my point is, Michael Shannon takes advantage of the whole scene here. He's awesome in it. He's not in it for a long time, but again, if you have not seen Groundhog Day, first of all, shame on you. Second, make it a blockbuster night. And this weekend, definitely go see Groundhog Day for sure. It's awesome. There is one more blockbuster left. I mean, like, where is it, in Alaska or some shit? I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. Then he was in a TV movie called Angel Street, or Angle Street, if you don't know how to say it. Then he was in Chain Reaction. I sort of remember this movie, not really. Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves, Morgan Freeman. Not one of their best. But I don't, it's only rated 5.6 out of 10. I don't remember this movie. Chain Reaction. What the fuck? I don't know. I remember Johnny Mnemonic, because, like, it is about memory. But, I don't know, that wasn't very good either. But anyways, Chicago Cab. He was in that one. He played a crackhead. Wow, can you imagine Michael Shannon angry and on crack? Holy fuck. Kaboom. Then he was in The Ride. Then he was in a TV series called Turks and Caicos. No, I'm kidding. Just Turks. Then he was in Jesus' Son. Jesus had a son, really? Okay. Dun. Okay. Well, they Mobb Deep fans? Okay. And then he was in a TV series called Early Edition. All right. And he was in a short, Mullet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, you're seeing a pattern here. I haven't heard of any of these, but let's just try to get through them. Okay. The Photographer, he was in. Cecil B. Demented. All right. Tigerland. Okay, Tigerland. I did hear this one. One of the earlier movies I did see Colin Farrell in. It's a good little movie, actually. Good little war movie. I totally forgot Michael Shannon was in this, but there you go. But yeah, definitely check this one out. It's a good movie. Pearl Harbor. I mean, listen, other than the action scenes, who gives a shit? I mean, we all know that, But yeah, Michael Shannon's in this. I totally forgot that too. Newport South. Okay. Vanilla Sky. I just did one podcast on Tom Cruise here. I don't know. Vanilla Sky's okay. I don't know. It's on like usually when you talk to people about this movie, they either like it or they don't like it. I don't know. It's I don't know. But yeah, he's in this one too. I didn't know that either. That's the funny thing about Michael Shannon too. He's in all these movies that you never heard of, but at the same time, it's like you hear of a movie and then you're like, oh, he's in this one. Cool. Okay. And then the movie High Crimes. This is interesting. Okay, so 2002 comes out. Eminem makes a little movie. I don't know if you heard of this. It's called 8 Mile. I'm just kidding. We've all heard of it. But also keep in mind that Eminem's very first movie was The Wash. That came out in 2001 with Snoop and Dre there. Good little movie. I liked it. But yeah, so technically that's Eminem's first movie. A lot of people don't know that. If you want to do some bar trivia, I don't know, try to get a free drink out of someone, try to stump them with that one. But yeah, 8 Mile, great movie. I heard recently they're going to make a TV show about this. Now 50 Cent is behind that, so I don't know, with the writer's strike, who the fuck knows when it's going to come out, hopefully by 2030, but we'll see. But yeah, Michael Shannon is in this, and I always forget that too. He plays Eminem's mother's boyfriend there. Yeah, he's only in it for like a few scenes here and there or whatever, but yeah, I did not know that. But 8 Mile, great movie. Got the chance, check it out. Kangaroo Jack. Listen, some movies, Bad Boys 2. I fuck Will Smith. I love Martin Lawrence, but fuck Will Smith. I don't know. I mean, people say Will Smith is going to make a comeback or something. Yeah, okay. Good luck, dickhead. But the point is, he was in this one too. Michael Shannon. Grand Theft Parsons. Parsons? Yeah, that's how you say it. Parsons. Never heard of this one. I don't know. This is that Johnny Knoxville? Yeah, it is. Johnny Knoxville, Christina Applegate, Michael Shannon. Never heard of this one. Didn't get the best rating. Johnny Knoxville's got kind of a Easy Rider kind of vibe going. But 6 out of 10. Always liked Johnny Knoxville. I always thought he was a pretty cool dude. Not the best rating, but I don't know, looks like it seems to be about some bikers or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'll check that one out. The Woodsman. Yes, I've seen this movie. This is I think it's the only movie I'm aware of that I think I've seen. I never saw Paper Planes there with Kevin Hart. That was made by Rockefeller there. Rockefeller, put your diamonds up. When Damon Dash and Jay-Z were on good terms. I never know if they're still on good terms now. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. What are you going to do? But, Woodsman, it's Kevin Bacon here. He plays a pedophile who's like recovering from being a pedophile or something, and it's actually a pretty good movie. If you got the chance, check it out. More independent, whatever. But again, I did not know Michael Shannon was in this movie. I didn't. Well, so far, 85% of these movies I've said or I've talked about, or well, if you can call it that, Michael Shannon is in. So. There you go. I'm only pointing this out because, you think a guy like, oh, I know him in this and this and this. And then, you go on IMDb and you're like, holy shit, this guy's been doing this forever. So, and sometimes guys, I mean, it takes time. You can't just do, I don't know, 5-10 movies and all of a sudden, hey, you're recognized. It takes time, and even for a well-trained actor like Michael Shannon. So there you go. But yeah, if you got the chance, check out this one. Zamboni Man. I don't know, it doesn't even have a picture. 7.1 out of 10, that's not bad. But, who doesn't want to drive a Zamboni? They made a song about it. Remember when the Leafs got beaten by a goalie who was a Zamboni? No. We won the... No, we got beaten by a guy with a Zamboni. I was a whole thing. You know what? I made a whole podcast about Zambonis just for that. So, is the guy that invented Zamboni Italian? Or I don't know. I never thought of that either. But I don't know. Anyways, check out that podcast. It's pretty good. Then he made a movie called Water. Not a bad rating, 6.9. Sorry. I didn't see that one. Criminal. Then he did a movie called Dead Birds. Then he was in an episode of Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Because if you're an actor on planet Earth, it's the rule. You have to be in at least one episode of I don't know how many Law and Order shows they have. I'm assuming they have at least like 20 or something like that. You got to be in at least one episode to get recognized. So there you go. There's a movie called Marvelous. Then a movie called Bug. He was in the World Trade Center movie. Is this one with Nicolas Cage? Or yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. I never saw this one, and I don't know. It's kind of ironic. I'm doing one the day after here of 9/11. That's, I mean, oh man, that was crazy. It's like I remember waking up that day, turning on the radio, and I heard about it. They were talking about it on Stern, and then I run down to the TV there, and yeah, it was a crazy day, guys. It was crazy. But I mean, they made this movie really soon. Considering a lot of people, I think, gave this movie some shit because it came out like 5 years after. But I don't know. But yeah, he's in that one. Let's Go to Prison. I remember this movie. It's an okay comedy. It's all right. If you want to check it out, it doesn't have the best rating, but I think was it Will Arnett's in this movie? Yeah. I always like Will Arnett. A funny dude. Dax Shepard, Chi McBride, who I always say was great as the principal in wow, I totally forgot the show now. It wasn't called Teachers. Oh, Boston Public. There you go. Thank you. I always liked him. He's another guy. Like, if I'll just say this: if Chi McBride makes a movie with Michael Shannon, I mean, those two guys should team up or something, or become like detectives or something in a show. It would just scare the entire world at once. It would just be phenomenal. But no. All joking aside, yeah, it's a decent little movie. If you want, check it out. Next movie is Shotgun Stories, which I don't think I've seen. I mentioned it before, though, but it looks pretty good. Decent rating, 7.1 out of 10. As I say here, set in Arkansas, this poetic and powerful film, directed by Jeff Nichols, Mud, Take Shelter, tracks a blood feud that erupts when two sets of half-brothers come to blows at their father's funeral. I'm trying to remember. Did I see this movie or no? I don't know. I'm trying to. I think I might have actually, but I saw it a while ago. But yeah, listen. Again, if Michael Shannon has got a shotgun in a movie, you got to check it out, or else you'll probably be next. But yeah, there's some good work here. Like I mentioned, the other few movies here we're gonna get to in a little bit. But yeah, definitely check it out for sure. Then he did a movie called Blackbird. Didn't see that one. Lucky You. No, didn't see that one. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. Okay, this one came out in 2007. This is another movie you've probably never heard of. A lot of people have, but this is an excellent movie. So the phrase "Before the Devil Knows You're Dead" is an old Irish saying, I believe. Doing bad things before the devil knows you're dead. You find out, then it'll catch up to you, that kind of concept. So when two brothers organize the robbery of their parents' jewelry store, the job goes horribly wrong, triggering a series of events that sends them, their father, and one's brother's wife barreling towards a shattering climax. Okay, so this movie is just packed with great actors. You got Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace, Ethan Hawke, Albert Finney, Marissa Tomei, Alexa Palladino, Michael Shannon, of course, Amy Ryan, Sarah Livingston, Brian F. O'Brien, Rosemary Harris. Lots of great people, guys. This is a really, really good movie. If you haven't had the chance, definitely check this one out. I highly recommend it. Really good performances. But again, I completely forgot that Michael Shannon was in this movie. Again, he's just one of those actors. He just finds himself in the right place sometimes. And yeah, so there you go. But definitely check out this one. It's a really good one. Revolutionary Road. Good movie as well. I just saw it recently. Not one of the more well-known Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet movies, But again, they kind of have a Titanic reunion here, but it's nothing like Titanic. Like, I'll just say that. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying there's no a ship in this one. I don't think so. But it says a young couple living in a Connecticut suburb during the mid-50s struggled to come to terms with their personal problems while trying to raise their 2 children. So yeah, they just got married, getting to know each other. Well, obviously we'll get to know each other more. You know what I mean? Yeah, director Sam Mendes, he's done a lot of good work over the years as well. But yeah, Michael Shannon was really good in this. He did get nominated. I mentioned that before. Yeah, good little movie. I think it's more, yeah, it's underrated. It's one of those not more well-known Leo Kate movies, but I would definitely check it out. It's more of a, well, it's definitely not a rom-com for sure, but it's more like a, it's a good movie to watch with, your girl, wife, mistress, whatever, it's good. The Missing Person. Didn't see that one. The Greatest. 6.6 out of 10. Not the greatest rating, but I didn't see that one. Delicated. No, didn't see that one. Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Oh, fuck, what a piece of shit. Listen, so the original Bad Lieutenant starred Harvey Keitel. I believe it came out in 92, I want to say. See that one. That one is fucking awesome. Okay, Nicolas Cage is, I don't know. A lot of people think he did a good job in this one. It's just Nicolas being cagey. I mean, there's some scenes, whatever. I like Nicolas Cage, don't get me wrong. Did a podcast about him, of course. You have to. It's Nicolas Cage. It's in the podcast notebook. But yeah, this one, I don't know. And again, I totally forgot. Surprise, surprise, Michael Shannon was in this. Yeah, so just see the one with Harvey Keitel. I definitely recommend that one. This one, not really. I mean, a few good scenes here and there, but eh. My son, what have ye done? I don't know. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, I can honestly say that this is the scariest movie poster starring Michael Shannon ever. It's in black and white. It just shows his face. His eyes are in full, I'm going to kill you with my look effect here. It is, I mean, the poster alone makes you want to see this movie. So I don't know what this is. So inspired by true crime, man begins to experience mystifying. I know my mom's an English teacher. She must be very proud. Events that lead him to slay his mother with a sword. Wow. Okay. Damn. Okay. Inspired by medieval times, I guess. Jesus Christ. People are crazy. But anyways, did you see a couple years ago? I think it was during COVID when I don't know, some asshole in I don't know if it was London or whatever, but like some guy went around and this is why Halloween is scary, guys. Halloween's coming up too, but like this guy was in full, like metal, medieval gear, and he went around with a sword slashing people. I forgot if he killed people, but I mean, that is fucking scary, man. I mean, like, like Halloween is not a holiday, like it's not like a day where your true psycho-ness can come out, but anyways, yeah, so I've never seen this one, but I mean, the poster alone makes me want to see it. It's only got a 6.2 rating out of 10, but I mean, at face, man, that is, I mean, it's always funny. It's funny too, because like you see him like just like, ladies and gentlemen, you have to check out this poster. Like, I'm not going to sleep tonight for sure, but but then you see the picture they have on IMDb where. Again, I'm not ripping on Shannon here, but it's almost like they told him to pose and they told him smile, but they probably told him 20 times to try to smile, but like this is the best one they could get out of the 20 takes. It's just a little grin and he still scares the shit out of me. But anyways, William Dafoe's in it. Okay, you know what? I'm sold. I gotta say, listen, 2 guys who can probably give the creepiest looks of all time in Hollywood. I mean, I just saw William Dafoe in Autofocus there with Greg Kinnear. Oh, fuck, you got to see that movie. You're never going to watch McHale's Navy the same again. But the point is, yeah, fuck it. I've never seen this one. I got to see this one. Look, I'm watching the trailer here. Look, Jesus Christ. This scary look makes him a millionaire. Somebody, was that Vern Troyer? Who's in this too? Oh, God bless him. Rest in peace. Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. Oh shit. You know what? I'm sorry. It's not Vern Troy. It's another actor named what was his name? Gabriel Pimentel. Little Man. Oh come on. You couldn't think of a name for him? Oh Jesus Christ. Anyways, my bad. But yeah, rest in peace to Vern Troyer. The point is, man, Miss Rain can have a 0. I'm gonna check out this movie, so I advise you do the same thing. So there you go. The Runaways. Why does this movie sound familiar? No, I don't think I saw this one. But again, Michael Shannon is in this movie. Decent rating, 6.5. I always say if a movie's rated 6.5, it's basically on the cusp of, like, is it a good movie, bad movie? Anything less, probably not worth seeing, unless Michael Shannon is, staring at you deadpanned in a movie poster. But, yeah. Herbert White, it's the movie he's in. 13. I did not see this one. It has 50 Cent in it. Mickey Rourke, Jason Statham. Did not see this movie. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember. I remember because the movie poster. Yeah, it's a weird. Something to do with they get 13 people in a room and then they gotta kill them. It's a weird movie. I don't know. If you want to check it out, go ahead. But yeah, Michael Shannon's in this one too. So it's an unlucky day if Michael Shannon comes to your door and he wants to collect money. But on top of that, he's 13. Forget it. Jonah Hex. I think I tried to watch this movie. This movie did not get a good rating. Yeah, 4.7 out of 10. Yeah, when it came out, it was pretty panned. Didn't make a lot of money. What are you gonna do? Return. Didn't see that one. Okay. So, Take Shelter came out in 2011. This is a really good movie. Now, you think to yourself, okay. I'll be honest, I tried to watch it once and then I was like, but I was like, I tried to watch it again, and you got to be a little patient with it, because the whole point is, it says here, plagued by a series of apocalyptic visions, a young husband and father question whether to shelter his family from a coming storm or from himself. So basically, he gets these visions that the world is coming to an end. Nobody fucking believes him. It's a small town, people just think, you're fucking crazy. You're Michael Shannon, we're scared of you anyway, or, what the fuck's wrong with you, But he's like, fuck it, I'm going to build a shelter, I'm just preparing for the worst, and I can't really say any more than that. I'm not going to say if it comes or not, but it's definitely worth checking out. But like I said, be a little patient with it, but like the movie does get I'm not saying it's a bad movie, when it starts, but it gets better and better as it goes on, because it does build up really good suspense, and you start believing, this could actually happen. And Michael Shannon, yeah, does, it gives a really good performance, teaming up with his buddy Jeff there again. So, yeah, I would definitely check this one out. Again, can't say any more, but, a lot of people, when they see Michael Shannon, they want to take shelter because they don't know if he's, going to beat the shit out of them or, just say simple hello. But all jokes aside, check out this one. It is a good one. The Broken Tower. Not the best rating, 4.9. I didn't see this one. Machine Gun Preacher. Okay, yes, I remember this one. Decent rating. I think it's a pretty good movie. It's one of the, to be honest with you, I haven't seen Gerard Butler in a movie in quite a while, to be honest. This is one of the last ones I've seen, actually, with him. That was 2011, yeah. A good actor, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying. I'm not into those movies where, I don't know, he has to save the White House or Morgan Freeman from something. I don't know, whatever. So Sam Childers is a former drug-dealing biker, tough guy who found God and became a crusader for hundreds of, I always fuck up this word, Sudanzis. Sudanzis? No. Is that how you say it? No. No. Sudanzis. Yeah, okay. Children who've been forced to become soldiers. Now, apparently this is based on a true story. At the end of the movie, you see the real guy who did it. He looks nothing like Gerard Butler, like nothing. He basically looks like me with hair. But in all honesty, this is a really good movie. And again, I totally forgot Michael Shannon was in this. But yeah, definitely check it out. Mud. Okay, so again, it's one of these movies that I tried to watch once. I couldn't get into it. Maybe I was in a bad mood, whatever. You know, but I watched it again, and it is really good. This is when like Matthew McConaughey was on a bit of a roll there with Dallas Buyers Club, Mud, obviously True Detective. That's awesome. But yeah, it says here, two young boys encounter a fugitive and form a pact to help him invade the vigilantes that are on his trail and to reunite him with his true love. This is a really good movie. Really, really good movie. Again, one of those movies that just gets better as it goes on. Give it a little time because they're, you know, it's the boys like discovering like this criminal lives on his own little island here. You know, isn't that what we all strive for? You know, to live like Marlon Brando with our own island. But anyways, leave me alone. Anyways, rest in peace to Marlon Brando, one of my favorite actors. But anyways, I will do a podcast about him one day. Don't worry. Point is, ladies and gentlemen, again, I forgot Michael Shannon saying this. I forget everything, man. Like, fuck. If I go to the bathroom, I'd forget my dick. The point is, this is a really good movie. And again, this is when like Matthew McConaughey was, you know, he stopped doing all these stupid rom-coms. He even turned down $14 million to do all these movies. So God bless him, man. But again, Jeff Nichols, yeah, him and Shannon, they're always teamed up to do pretty good movies. So if you haven't seen this one, definitely check that one out. That's a good one too. Premium Rush. Okay, so I talked about this in my Gordon Levitt podcast I did. Underrated movie, I feel. This is my opinion. It only has a rating of 6.5 out of 10. So this movie is basically about like all these guys who do deliveries in New York on bicycles. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie to you. I despise bicycles. I really do. But that's because I live in Toronto. We're giving people with bicycles, especially recently here, you know, people that do Uber, you know, you assholes. You know, just let me go on a little rant here, okay? Because I got to get this shit out. This is perfect, talking about the bicycles here. Okay, so why? I actually did do a podcast about bicycles, but that's not good enough. You assholes that ride bicycles, okay? You do not have the right to take the TTC, which is you know, public transportation in Toronto. Okay, you don't. You don't have the right to take public transportation. You just don't. Okay. You know, I've seen people with like the Uber and the baskets and the huge bicycles. They'll go on the subway. They'll take up 5 seats. Now, I'm a big guy. I'm going to take up 5 seats for other different reasons. But all jokes aside, I mean, you guys, you know, and you don't even flinch like when elderly come on there or other people come on there. You don't give a fuck. You know, like you're just on your cell phone, you know, talking or texting away, whatever. You know, and we all know you're fake texting, okay? Okay, I mean, the TTC is going to get soon, you know, internet access, whatever. But, you know, but we know as of now and in the past, you guys are just faking it, okay? Just, you know, 5 seats, man. And going on buses, too, taking up all this space and, you know, these stupid bike lanes. And it's fucking disgusting. It is. It really is. But, you know, all jokes aside, you know, if you ride a bike, don't either have one or the other. And even if you don't do Uber, okay, I assume you go on these bicycles, you know, like in the subway. I'm just convinced, like if I'm, let's say, in the West End, you know, like these bicyclists, you know, that come on, you know, the subway. I'm assuming you live in the East End, you took a bike ride, and you said, you know what, this isn't for me, so I'm gonna go on the subway and just ride back. Bullshit. You gotta fucking hop on that shit, okay, and ride back. All right, no, like you guys are lucky. I'm not the mayor of Toronto. Okay, you're lucky. You're so fucking lucky. Okay, I would not allow bicycles. Like I remember one time I was in the subway coming home late from work. Some guy actually brought a motorized scooter into the subway. How the fuck did he get away with it? Who knows? I mean, he didn't really get away with it. He was on the subway platform, and one of the you know, supervisors there working for the TTC, you know, said, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, I should be able to, I should give you a fine right now, but I'll let you go. But if you do, I'm going to give you a fine. Yeah, but like, you know, and the guy didn't seem grateful at all. He's just like, yeah, okay. Like, he's not laughing away. Like, you know, like, okay, you didn't know, you know. Like how'd you not know, man? I don't know. Like, my point is, Premium Rush is a very underrated movie. Okay, very good performance by Gordon Levitt, and it really shows like the difficulties. I can't imagine riding a bicycle in Toronto, not along New York, and people flipping over cars and shit like that. So, and of course, Michael Shannon plays the bad guy. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Why would he bother playing a good guy? Why? I love John Lithgow. He's a funny dude. He plays comedic roles, whatever. I just want to see him as a bad guy. That's it. I mean, did he not kick ass in Cliffhanger? Of course he did. By the way, it was supposed to be Christopher Walken, not John Lithgow. He backed out last minute, and then John Lithgow said everybody got a bump. I really. Between this and the bicycle rants, I really need to get a life. But the point is, this is a very good movie. I don't think it did that well. A lot of people probably don't even know about it. But when you got the chance, check it out. The Iceman. Oof. Woo! Jesus. So if Michael Shannon was not scary enough, now he plays, based on a true story, a hitman. Holy fuck. The story of Richard Kuklinski, the notorious contract killer and family man. Yes, it is possible to do both. When he finally was arrested in 1986, neither his wife nor his daughters had any clue about his real profession. I mean, I guess that's possible, but I mean, who knows? But yes, this is actually based on a true guy. I mean, like, there's rumors that this guy, I mean, he only admitted to so many murders. It's very possible, like, he's lying about a lot of them. It's possible this guy killed up to 200 people, maybe even more. Who knows? If you have the chance, he did 2 interviews years ago on HBO. You can see them both on YouTube. I definitely, I mean, you got to see these interviews. I mean, these are just insane, like really just, crazy shit. And we all know the trend now with, people watching, fucking Dahmer there on Netflix there. And by the way, they're going to make 2 more series. Of course they are, because, why not? And they got to make sure this time they actually pay the people that were involved or mentioned and whatever. Okay, Netflix is definitely not going to fuck that one up again. But the point is, yeah, I mean, this is like scary what this guy would do. And this guy literally had a signature move where he would literally kill people. Like, he was such a big guy, big tall guy, that he would take rope and he would literally hang people. Like he would turn around, face one way, and hang people on his back, and he would choke them with the rope. Like, this is how crazy and sick this guy was. And whew, it's a pretty crazy movie. I mean, it only has a rating of 6.8. I mean, just give it a 7 already. But yeah, I mean, there's also some really good people in this movie too. You got Chris Evans in there, James Franco. Yeah, I know what he did. Yeah, but he's only in for one scene. Don't worry. Winona Ryder, Ray Liotta, rest in peace. David Schwimmer. Yeah, it's pretty good movie, guys. I would definitely check this out. Really interesting story, but definitely check out the interviews as well. I guess I would check out the interviews after. I mean, I saw them before because the interviews have been out for a while, but it's a pretty crazy story. And yeah, and of course, who else are you gonna get but to play the Iceman, Michael Shannon? You're gonna get him to play him. So, and the whole rumor was why they called him the Iceman is. I mean, like, there's a few stories. There's the main story where, like, he would actually freeze his victims. Like, he rented out some kind of, I don't know, warehouse or whatever, and he would do that. But also, like, he was just a cold person and all that. It's all a combination of a few things, whatever. Yeah, so definitely check that one out. Then he's in a short called Happy Hour. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, he's done it for a while. And of course, if listen, it doesn't matter. I made jokes about DC, but listen, if the DC world calls you, you answer. Okay, and of course, to be part of that Superman world, you do it, of course. So, in 2013, they made another Superman movie called Man of Steel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point, I'm just sick and tired of Superman movies. I really am. I think that's one of those things where, and listen, I'm a Superman fan, okay, but you got to let this rest for a bit, okay? It's just, and I think they have for a little bit. I don't know. Well, I forget. It seems to come out every few years, whatever. But it always seems to be the same bad guys. They tell the same story over again. He's on Krypton, and Marlon Brando was his father, and then he comes to Earth, and he, and then and he's allergic to green rocks, and like we all know the story. Okay, stop repeating the same fucking shit. We know, man. And this is the new one with what's his name here? Henry Cavill. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, is he still Superman or not? I have no idea. At one point I heard he's not Superman, and then they changed their mind like 2 days later or some shit. I don't know, whatever. Just, I don't know. He's a good Superman. I got no complaints about him, but it's just the whole, holy fuck. Like we get it. We get the story, man. They come up with some new shit. There's more bad guys than, Lex Luthor, Kevin Spacey, that aged well. Or Zod, But again, if you're Michael Shannon, you can't say no to that. I mean, fuck it. It's, to be part of that world, it's awesome. So, you also got Amy Adams in there, Diane Lane, Russell Crowe played Jor-El, which I thought that was fine. I love Russell Crowe, man. Don't worry. Listen, Gladiator alone, I'm going to love that man forever, okay? But yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was better than the last one. I think we all can agree on that one. I mean, I don't know where the fuck $200 million went for that fucking movie. I mean, it was a 2-hour movie about nothing. But anyways, okay, it catches a plane. Yeah, okay, great. But yeah, this one was okay. Again, I went to a little bit of a rant there in my Tornado podcast about Kevin Costner, and yeah, he should have saved his ass. But anyways, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, nothing, too crazy, but, let's just be honest with ourselves. I mean, the character, Superman, it's not like Iron Man. It's not Deadpool. Superman never really has, or never really had a big personality. You know what I mean? So, Christopher Reeves, we all know, played it perfect. Rest in peace to him. And, so Henry Cavill, he does a good job. He does all right, but I don't know. I mean, there's only so much you can do with that role. You know what I mean? So, but this movie was definitely better than the last one. I'll say that. So, you want to check it out, you're a Superman fan, go for it. The Harvest, didn't see that one. Choose You, as a shorty did. Young Ones, didn't see that one. They Came Together, no. She's Funny That Way, didn't see that one. Okay, so the scene I played in the beginning of the podcast. It's a movie called 99 Homes, and it was released in 2014. Got a good rating, 7.1 out of 10. I'd give it a little higher, just because of the two performances by Andrew Garfield and Michael Shannon. I mean, they did such a great job with this movie. First of all, let me just, let's stay on the superhero theme here. Was Andrew Garfield the best Spider-Man? No. But when I saw the recent Spider-Man movie in theaters, first of all, I'll talk about Spider-Man one day and the whole thing there, but I never, out of all the Spider-Mans that appeared in that movie, he by far got the biggest ovation. So I don't know if it's a generation thing or whatever. I mean, to me, what was his name? Toby there played the best one. That's just my opinion, but and Spider-Man 2 is one of the best superhero movies of all time. Not the one Garfield did, the one with Toby did. Yeah. No. Definitely not the one Garfield did. That was a 2-hour love story that nobody gave a fuck about. The first one he did was okay, whatever. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is an underrated movie. You've probably never heard of this movie. And it says here it's recently unemployed single father struggles to get back his foreclosed home by working for the real estate broker who is the source of his frustration. So, basically, Michael Shannon's character here, he basically evicts people out of homes. It's all done legally. He shows up with cops and like another lawyer, I think, whatever. And yeah, and he kicks Andrew Garfield's character out, and He's like in this role you play the prick, man. I mean, you're the guy. It's like it's like the one movie with George Clooney there where he's like firing people. And yeah, someone's got to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, and Michael Shannon, like, I don't know. At times, I don't think maybe he's having fun with it, whatever. But I mean, he's just so good in this role. This is definitely one of the best roles, if not the best role I've seen Michael Shannon in. So. But yeah, he takes sympathy for the kid here, and he's gives him jobs and whatever because he realizes he'll do the work that a lot of people won't, and then he kind of trains him to do what he wants to do, and I won't give any more away because something happens more in the middle end of the movie that kind of conflicts. Are they doing the right thing or not? Whatever, and Andrew Garfield's character, has I would say a little bit more remorse than Michael Shannon's character for sure, but yeah, I would both really good performances. Also, Laura Dern's in it. I love her; she's awesome, and her dad absolutely kicks ass. Bruce Dern. Listen, I don't care if you killed John Wayne. I'll love you forever, man. Clancy Brown recently just showed up in the Dexter series. There, he's always great. A lot of people know him for being the guard in Shawshank Redemption. Douglas M. Griffin, Randy Austin. It's a this is a really good movie, and I think it's slipped under a lot of people's radar. I just saw some list online of underrated Michael Shannon movies. I never heard of it, so I'm like, let me check it out. And I was like, shit, man, Michael Shannon can fucking act, man. I mean, like, and his character, the whole thing is like he's just kind of a dick, but he's kind of loving it and whatever, and this kind of the strong, silent type as Gary Cooper, as Tony Soprano would describe it there, But at the same time, he still smokes like e-cigarettes, and this is when like e-cigarettes were kind of like becoming popular, and I don't know. I think they did that on purpose with his character, so he looks like more like a prick, But I don't know. To me, I'm old school. I just smoke, cigarettes. I don't know. I think those e-cigarettes are just as bad as cigarettes, so I don't know. But whatever, teach his own. But the point is, if you've never seen this movie, I absolutely recommend you see this movie. Like I said, really good performances. Yeah, 7.1 out of 10. Yeah, I might even give it 7.5 just because of the performances. And, I'm going to say performances one more time. But, no, in all honesty, really good movie. It's one of those, hidden gems, I feel, that you don't see that often. And, kind of slip under the radar. But this is why I do this podcast. This is why I love doing this podcast. So I can recommend, people out there good movies. Or, or what I like to think are good movies. Some you never heard of, and even some I've never even heard of, and I like to check out. So there you go. But, yeah, if you've never seen this movie, 99 Homes, I highly recommend it. Now, as IMDb always does, they always do the year or more recent year or do things... not when they come out, but years later. Boardwalk Empire, which has a rating of 8.6 out of 10, aired between 2010 and 2014. And he played two characters, Nelson Van Elden and George Mueller. And if you watch the series, you'll see why, what ends up happening. Again, I don't want to give it away, but all I can say is this. Obviously, the show is not... The Sopranos, okay? But Boardwalk Empire is an excellent show. I feel it's one of those shows that it aired, I think, for 4 seasons, I believe. The first 3 seasons, I mean, they're all good, don't get me wrong. But I think it's a show that people knew about, but it didn't have the popularity of Sopranos. And that's why it only lasted 4 seasons. So when they made the 4th season, they basically did a kind of a Godfather 2 thing. The main character that Steve Buscemi plays went back in time. And they did the whole comparison thing, back and forth, the whole Pacino, De Niro kind of thing. So, but in all honesty, ladies and gentlemen, this is an awesome show. Really, really good. Martin Scorsese was behind it. He directed the first episode. It was created by Terrence Winter, who, again, was, behind The Sopranos. And it stars Steve Buscemi, Kelly MacDonald, Michael Shannon, Shea Wingham, Stephen Graham, Vincent Piazza, Michael Kenneth Williams, rest in peace to him, Paul Sparks, Gretchen Mol, Michael Stahlberg, Anthony Lassie Ura, Jack Hudson. It even stars the guy that plays or plays Daredevil. Yes, he was in this because when Daredevil was first aired, I'm like, where the fuck have I seen this guy? And yeah, that is he's in this too. So yeah, Daredevil is in Boardwalk Empire. Not as Daredevil, but he's with an accent. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great show, and Michael Shannon plays that just old school. Does everything by the rules, by the book cop. One comparison I can give to you, maybe, just that old school cop that you'd see in like all these old movies. If you ever watched the show The Simpsons, when it was good, the first like 10 seasons, whatever, there was an episode they had where they actually talked about or did prohibition, and they had the one, officer there in that show. That's basically what Michael Shannon's character is. It's just that old school mentality where everything has to be done by the book. He doesn't do anything illegally. And then, things don't work out a little bit later and, things change. Let's just say that. But again, I don't want to give a lot away. If anything, the way I see it is with this writer's strike, it's almost going to be like COVID again, where we're just going to catch up on all these old shows that we never watched. I believe this was one of the shows that was more popular during COVID because, people, was like, oh yeah, I heard about the show, but I never really watched it and I should watch it. And I definitely highly recommend you watch it. So if you love Sopranos, you'll love Boardwalk Empire. And I also just want to say that I feel with Boardwalk Empire, for years with Godfather, James Caan, rest in peace, he basically became an honorary Italian after that, but he was actually Irish. But in this case, Steve Buscemi, who's Italian, who plays an Irishman. So it's kind of like a fair deal, like after all these years, whatever, a good little swap there. But anyways, really good show. I mean, like I said, it's rated 8.6 out of 10. Just give it a 9. Come on, just, stop fucking around. And Michael Shannon is great as that just old school cop. And basically, that's when I personally first started seeing him. And then after this show, his career basically just took off. I mean, he's been in a lot. I mean, he was in a lot of stuff before that. Obviously, I just read it, but I think this one was, where a lot of people recognized how good he was, and after that, just got a lot of roles. So. Again, if you haven't seen the show Boardwalk Empire, I mean, now with the writer's strike, you're not going to see, I mean, even if they resolve the shit today, which I don't think is going to happen. I mean, who knows if we're going to resolve it by the end of the year. We'll see what happens. But, definitely one of those shows you should catch up and watch. Boardwalk Empire, highly recommended. Definitely one of the better shows in the last 20 years, for sure. Then he was in a movie called Free Held. Didn't see that one. The Night Before. There you go. Okay. So, I think around this time or just before this time, whatever, I remember seeing Seth Rogen at some kind of award show. I don't know what the award show was. It was outside in a tent. I don't know. Like even he made fun of that. And even he made a joke saying like how scary Michael Shannon is. And then it cuts to a scene Michael Shannon just at a table. He doesn't say anything, and he's literally just holding a butter knife. And I'm telling you, like that butter knife could be made of plastic. He's still going to do some damage, But I'm saying that because he plays the bad guy in this one. He plays Mr. Green. Now, the whole concept of his character, he's a drug dealer. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to say what, because it comes is a nice little surprise at the end, like what his character is about. So I don't want to give it away, but I would say this is an underrated Christmas movie. Now, obviously, it's rated R. It's not meant for the family or whatever. Well, I mean, it depends how fucked up your family is, but basically, let me put it to you like this: Seth Rogen is given a gift from his wife, and literally is given like a box filled with every single drug: weed, shrooms, coke. X, or people call it Molly these days. I don't, call it whatever girl name you want, But the point is, it's a good little movie. It's not the best Christmas movie ever. I mean, I wouldn't put it up there with like Bad Santa. It's definitely better than Bad Santa 2. That's for damn sure. But good little movie. I mean, you got obviously you got Michael Shannon playing. Well, he's not a bad guy in this. He's just I don't know. He's just Michael Shannon. You got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, Gillian Bell, Lizzie Kaplan, Anthony Mackie. Which, by the way, I just want to say this: Twisted Metal. I mean, God only know. I mean, after all these years, they finally made a TV show about that. I mean, who would have thought we wanted a TV show about that? But it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they'll make a second season. Who knows if they're going to make a second season of any show nowadays with the writer's strike. But anyways, have you ever seen that speech he gave with talking about why people don't go to movies anymore? You should check it out on YouTube. It's pretty good. Who else you got here? Elena York, Mindy Kaling, Ilana Glazer, Aaron Hill. Tracy Morgan is the narrator. James Franco. Listen. You gotta keep in mind, Seth Rogen and Franco did a lot of shit together. Okay. Again, should they still make another Pineapple Express 2? They can make it without him. Don't worry. I know he got a lot of shit. I don't want to. Whatever. Even Miley Cyrus is in there. Why not? Why? Because it is a good little Christmas movie. So, if you have the chance, check it out. I don't think it financially did that well in the box office there, but it's definitely in my Christmas rotation every year. That and Christmas Office Party, which I love. Yeah, so you got the chance, check it out. Check it out during Christmas. That's perfect because to see Michael Shannon and to be scared at Christmas, it is it's nice. It's nice. Then he did a movie, Complete Unknown. I didn't see that one. Frank and Lola. This sounds familiar. I didn't see this though. Didn't see it. Didn't get the best rating though. 5.9 out of 10. All right. No, I didn't see it. Midnight Special. Is that a sex thing or okay? Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. Oh, Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, I for years they were trying to come up with this concept. This movie sucks, man. Like, why do we want to see Batman versus Superman? Why? We know it's going to involve kryptonite. Who cares? Why? Why? Like, we know who's going to win. We know who should win. Listen, Mr. Shannon, I get it. Another good paycheck. No worries. We forgive you, man. It's no worries there. No worries. But I mean, fuck. Who cares? Ben Affleck is Batman. Fuck. Listen, I'll say. I think I mentioned this before. I did a whole podcast on Ben Affleck, and I accidentally deleted it. Which for two reasons I'm glad. Because one, I don't think I went. There's so much more to say. And two, I did not have a chance to make fun of that tattoo that is actually real on his back. Yeah, you Google Ben Affleck tattoo, and I'm telling you, man, like it's worse than this movie. Is it worse than? Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. It's worse than the movie. It is. It's I don't know. It's got the. It's got a dragon that's yellow. I don't know what but listen, this movie is shit. Okay, I don't know why. Yeah, why does Batman look like a robot? Fucking C3PO. Meets batteries not included. I don't. It sucks, man. Move on. Then he did a movie called Wolves. Another movie called Poor Boy. Elvis and Nixon. Okay, so. Not the best rating, but Michael Shannon plays Elvis in this, and Richard Nixon is played by Kevin Spacey. Hold on. Okay. Yes. First off, yes, this movie is real. Okay. Second, it's about when Elvis met Nixon, and probably the most famous picture of all time. I think they said it's the most requested picture. From the White House. I think it's the most famous picture taken of all time. If you got the chance, Google Elvis and Nixon. It's got Kevin Spacey in it. We know that. But it's interesting just to check out, just like all the shit that went, before the meeting. Elvis was nuts, man. I mean, he brought like a shit ton of guns to the White House. I mean, obviously, they got the metal detectors there or whatever, and even Elvis couldn't get away with that shit. But it's a good little laugh to watch. I mean, if you want to watch it, like Kevin Spacey, I know, what the fuck, yeah. I just found out recently with Kevin Spacey, apparently, the Netflix, like every time you watch something on Netflix and it shows the emblem, it goes, it does that, but the knock knock apparently is Kevin Spacey's character, like, when he knocked on the ring, on the table there twice, that's what it symbols. So Netflix might have to update that sometime now. But yeah, if you want to check out a cheap little laugh, I don't know, Elvis Nixon, I'd go for it. Then he did a movie called Loving, which got a decent rating, 7 out of 10 here. Oh yeah, I remember this movie. Yeah. It's got, what's his name? Joel Edgerton. Yeah. He was good in Black Mass there with Johnny Depp. Which is a good movie, by the way. But like, how much does it suck that they stopped at one point? Like when he went into hiding. Yeah, I was hoping they'd show more of that story. But anyways, I never saw it. No, did I see this movie? I forgot. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen many movies, as you can tell in my life. Not sure. I think I saw bits and parts of it, but if you want to check it out, Salt and Fire, 4.2 out of 10. More salt and fire, I guess. Nocturnal Animals. Okay, here we go. So, again, maybe another movie that you haven't seen. First off, I just want to say this. What I love about this movie is that it has Amy Adams and Ilsa Fisher in it. Now, if you don't know who either of these two actresses are, shame on you. They're both awesome. They get mistaken. I mean, they have, or they did for a while there. I mean, maybe they still do. Who knows? That they look exactly the same. So to put them both in a movie finally together, I think that's awesome. I don't know if that was done on purpose or whatever, but that's pretty cool. If you Google it, you can see a picture of them together. It's good. But yeah, I did a whole thing on Jake Gyllenhaal, and yes, it's called I Hate Jake Gyllenhaal, and yeah, I lost probably the woman vote on that one, but I don't know, I feel like Kanye here. But anyways, the point is, he ended up being a pretty cool dude, man. I mean, the guy, I found out that Paul Newman taught him how to drive, and I think his godmother is Jamie Lee Curtis, and he's done some good movies, don't get me wrong. So, I mean, I had a change of heart at the end of the podcast. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good little creepy movie. And again, Michael Shannon did get nominated for an award for this one. And yeah, he plays that classic kind of detective, like not as hard core stone face as the character in Boardwalk Empire, but he's really good in this. So like I said, what does it say here? A wealthy and art gallery owner is haunted by her ex-husband's novel, a violent thriller she interrupts as a symbolic revenge tale. Ooh, oh yeah. There you go. Thrillers, baby. We used to have them all the time in the 80s, 90s. I don't know what the fuck happened, but this is kind of reminiscent to that a little bit. But yeah, good little cast. You got Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Shannon, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is the guy who, to me, I was looking at him in the movie, and I'm like, where the fuck have I seen this guy from? And he's the kid from Kick-Ass, from the Kick-Ass movies. Yeah, so he definitely had a growth spurt in this one. But yeah, who else? Ilsa Fisher, Ellie Balmer, Armie Hammer, Carl Glusman, Robert Aramayo, Laura Linney, who I've said this before and I'll say it again, who did a phenomenal job in Ozark. I mean, fuck, her character was awesome. But I mean, it's a great show. But yeah, Michael Sheen, Andrea Riseborough, great little cast of people, guys. So if you got the chance, check this one out. Michael Shannon is just great in this. I mean, he's pretty much great in everything he does. But yeah, definitely, if you got a chance, check this one out for sure. It's really good. And of course, Michael Shannon lives up to the whole, hey, I'm I would say even like one out of every 10 films, which you got Michael Shannon just playing some sort of a detective. Like I was serious about the comment I said before about him and Chi McBride teaming up there. I don't know. I think that'd be a pretty good combo for like a show or a movie or something. But anyways, rated 7.5 out of 10. It's pretty good. Yeah, definitely check this one out for sure. The Shape of Water. Great movie. One of the best movies I saw that year, 2017. Obviously, you got Guillermo directing it. I mean, his work speaks for itself. At a top secret research facility in the 1960s, a lonely janitor forms a unique relationship with the I'm gonna fuck this one up. Amphibious. Hey, all right. Still got it. Creature that is being held in captivity. Great movie, ladies and gentlemen. Great story. Like one thing about Del Toro here, man, like he can make he makes that childhood, like a little bit, like almost like a child story for adults, into something like really good, like really spectacular. And this is a great movie. And of course, who's the guy that's, trying to stop this process, stop this, beautiful human fish romance? Of course, Michael Shannon playing the cop, trying to interrupt everything here. But again, good little cast. You got Sally Hawkins, Octavia Spencer, of course, Michael Shannon, Doug Jones, Richard Jenkins, Michael Stahlberg, David Hewlett, Nick Searcy. I think I said that right. But yeah, great little cast of people. Great story. I mean, Del Toro really just knows how to tell a really good story, good details, all that. It's awesome. So again, if you got the chance, check it out. The Current War, director's cut. I don't think I've ever heard of this movie. No, I've never heard of this movie. It's a Disney movie. Who you got here? Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland. Yeah, I've never heard of this movie. I don't know. The dramatic story of a cutthroat race between electricity tyrants Thomas A. Edison and George Westinghouse to determine who electrical system would power the modern world. Huh. All right, 6.5 out of 10. That's an alright rating. It's funny here. The movie poster, they have like a picture of America with all the faces, actors there, and certain places that are lit up. It looks like a battleship. But yeah, all right, might have to check this one out. But I'm gonna check out the director's cut. That's for damn sure. But because as we all know, the director's cut is always better. No, it's not. But in some cases it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. I don't know. I mean, ask the first Blade Runner. But the point is, yeah, I'll check it out. Maybe you should too. Pottersville did that movie. 12 Strong. 12 Strong. It sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I saw. Wait, did I see this one? I forgot. It's like a kind of a war movie, sort of. Yeah, you got Chris Hemsworth, Michael Shannon, Michael Pena, Navid Nigga Ban. I think I said that. I think I said that right. But yeah, okay. I sort of remember this one. Not really, but okay, decent. Writing there? Okay, all right, okay. Well, my week is going to be packed with Michael Shannon. All right, pause. What They Had, I didn't see that one. Okay, so Waco, here we go. Okay, it's got a pretty high rating here. Holy shit, 7.9. Yeah, I mean, I'm even seeing the trailer now. I don't see. I don't know. Like, I know very little about this character too, but I don't think Michael Shannon should play that. I see Michael Shannon being the dude who takes him down. There you go. So yeah, there you go. What does it say? An FBI and ATF sees religious leader David Koresh is branch Davidian compound near Waco, Texas. Is it Waco or Waco? I don't know. I mean, in Texas, you're allowed to, I don't know, bring a gun to a Walmart. So I'm going to go with Waco. Texas in the spring of 1993. By the way, I was just joking. Don't Come on. It's just, these are all jokes, people. Okay. Anyways, I don't know. I don't want anybody coming after me. Okay. Stay in Canada here. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, haven't seen this, but it looks pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I might have to check this one out. Okay. It's on Showtime. Okay. So we got Uncensored, but then it's a Disney. Okay. Go figure that one. Okay. Well. All right. Anyways, the point is, I don't know. It got a pretty good rating, 7.9 out of 10. There you go. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check this out. And then Arena, which is I don't know, 7.8 out of 10. Wide-ranging arts program. Okay, so I take it as a narrator, I guess, maybe. Okay, yeah. I think it's the one I mentioned before, right? So okay. All right, fair enough. And then he did a State Like Sleep, Fahrenheit 451, Local H, Innocence. It's a music video he starred in. Long Way Back Home. All right. Our Cartoon President. It seems like he does a lot of voiceovers. That's cool. Room 101. TV series he did, also TV miniseries, The Little Drummer Boy. There you go. Although judging by the cover, I don't think it says anything to do with Christmas. The investigation, Search for the Truth in 10 Acts. Okay. Okay. So Knives Out, 2019. Okay. So I'll be honest with you. This is another movie where I watched like the first little bit and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I couldn't. I don't know. And then I watched it like months later, and yeah, this happens with me a lot. Like I'm one of these people, honestly, like if a movie doesn't grab me the first 10, 20 minutes, and then a while later, if I hear good things about it, I'm like, okay, I'll give it another chance. And I'll say it's a really good movie. I liked it. Hell of a cast of people. 7.9 out of 10, like I said. Just give it an 8. It's pretty good. A hell of a cast. I mean, you got Daniel Craig in there, who, I mean, yeah, he that I don't know what that voice is. But anyways, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Tori Collette, Lakeith Stanfield, Christopher Plummer, rest in peace to him, Catherine Langford, yeah, tons of people. Frank Oz is in this too. Jeez, what a cast. But yeah, it's a good little like whodunit mystery, honestly, we don't see these kind of movies anymore. I mean, obviously the best one of all time is Clue. We all know that. But yeah, this is pretty good, I gotta say. I'm not gonna lie, the second one, I wasn't feeling it. Again, you know what? But then again, I watched the first little bit. I wasn't really that into it. But maybe it's one of those things I gotta watch again, and I don't know. But the first one is good. So Michael Shannon does a good job with this one. And yeah, go ahead, check it out. The Quarry. Didn't see that one. At Home with Amy Sedaris. TV series. Hank the Cow Dog. Wolf Moo. Echo Boomers. Heart of Champions. TV series. 9 Perfect Strangers. Okay, so this one's packed with people too. Good little show. I feel I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to give anything away. I mean, it was 9-stress city dwellers visit a boutique health and wellness resort that promises healing and transformation. The resort's director is a woman on a mission to revigorate their tired minds and bodies. So I like this show. It's good. I think they're making another one. The ending could have been better. I don't know. But then again, I have a lot of critiques. I'm one of these people, I see a lot of things where, I was like, it could have ended better. I feel, like even with True Detective, no bullshit. I like that show, but the ending could have been better, But then again, I don't know, maybe people think it's going to be this big, huge ending. This one, like I said, packed with a shit ton of people here. You got Nicole Kidman. You got Melissa McCartney. Michael Shannon, of course, Luke Evans, Asher Keddy, Samara Weaving, Melvin Gregg, Tiffany Boone. It's got an E at the end. Do you say Boone or Boone? Is it just? I'm not sure. Manny Jacinto, Grace Van Patten, Zoe Terra Keeks, Regina Hall, Bobby Cannavale, Aaliyah Brown. Yeah, lots of good people, ladies and gentlemen. You got a good thing going here. You even got Melissa McCartney's husband there, Ben Falcone. Awesome. Falcone, geez, as an Italian, forget it. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, good little show. I would check it out. I just hope that they make another season. They do better on the ending. That's all. But some good scenes in this one. I still recommend it. I think it's still worth checking out for sure. But again, Michael Shannon, his whole character with his family. It is weird seeing kind of Michael Shannon as like a family man. You have seen him as a family man in other things, but, for him not to be pissed off all the time by himself, it's refreshing. I'm not going to lie. Night's End, he's in that. Abandon, Bullet Train. Oh, fuck. This movie is... this movie's fucking nuts. This is out there. If you want to talk about CGI, that last 15 minutes of this movie. Oh my God, forget it. But anyways, 5 assassins aboard a swiftly moving bullet train find out that their missions have something in common. Yes, they are all fucking crazy. But anyways, you got Brad Pitt in there, Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Andrew Koji, I'm going to fuck this one up, Hairu Yuki Sanada, there you go, Michael Shannon, Sandra Bullock, Sandra Bullock pops out of nowhere, Zanny Beats, Masi Oka, who I've not seen since Heroes. By the way, Heroes, how much of a disappointment did Heroes end up being? that first season was great, and then the way it ended was shit, and then that second season came, and you're like, fuck, it's over. But anyways, the point is, this is a very fast-paced movie, to say the least, but yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. You know what, Brad Pitt's picture, or his facial expression on the poster, basically, that's what you're going to look like. Not Brad Pitt, because, we're not, lucky. But that confusion, that's the face you're going to have at the end of the movie. Not that the movie's bad. It's just, you're going to be like, what the fuck did I just watch? But, definitely worth checking out, for sure. Amsterdam. Definitely not worth checking out. I don't know. You think a movie with Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington, you think it'd be good? No. Listen, a rare miss for Christian Bale. Let's just be honest here. But yeah, this was not good. Chris Rock's in this movie too, but I don't know. I gave up in the first 20 minutes or so. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Didn't get a good rating anyway, but. I don't know. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. People like Shutter Island too, so I don't know. Who knows? That's right. I said I didn't like Shutter Island, okay? If you didn't figure out the first, or in the first 15 minutes, whatever, what, the end is, then, Little Demon TV series, George and Tammy TV series he did. I watched a little bit of this. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but a look at a romance between famed country musicians George Jones and Tammy Wynette. Okay, so you got Jessica Chastain. I think she's cool, but I don't like the shit she said about Marlon Brando. That's all I'm gonna say. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying. Michael Shannon's in there. You got Steve Zahn, who's fucking hilarious. I love that guy. Just recently saw him in The Righteous Gemstones. He was great in that. Great show, by the way. So I haven't really watched a lot of this, but like I mentioned, he does do his own singing in this. So I might have to watch the rest of this, and if you want, check it out. The Playboy Interview, the podcast series. All right. Uh, ugh, I recently just watched something about Playboy and all the dark shit that went beyond, just the parties and all that. I don't know if it was, I don't know, A&E or Discovery, one of those stations. If you want, check it out. A Little White Lie. He's in that. Waco, the Aftermath TV series. Okay, so they had the original show, and I guess they had the Aftermath. What happened after? So there you go. Well, I don't know much about the first one, so I'm not going to know anything about the second one. But it's got a decent rating, 7.3 out of 10, so that's not bad. Yep, thank you. And The Flash. Okay, all right. Well, have I reviewed The Flash yet with any podcasts I've done? Probably not. But I will say this. I know all the shit the kid did and all that. We all know. And don't expect him to be in The Flash 2. Who knows if they will make Flash 2, because I think they just barely made back their money. But I'm just going to say this. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. Okay, is it the best DC movie, or I don't know. No, it's not. No, of course it is. We all know Justice League, the Snyder Cut is, of course. It's 4 hours, but who gives a shit? It's fucking awesome. But yeah, I was say here. Barry Allen uses his super speed to change the past, but his attempt to save his family creates a world without superheroes, forcing him to race for his life in order to save the future. All right. So, listen, at first this rating was in the 7s, and it just keeps going down. So now it's a 6.8 out of 10. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was all right. I mean, it's definitely not the worst DC movie. Absolutely not. And nothing will top fucking, was it Wonder Woman 82 or 82? How dare you name a movie after the year I was born, We all know that was the coolest geek here. But anyways, yeah, I like this movie. I don't know, for what it's worth. Maybe people are giving it more of a shitty rating because the Malaka here, what he did and all that. What the fuck's his name again? Ezra Miller. There you go. Just for shits and gigs. Let's see if this guy's got anything coming up in the future here. He does not. Wow. That's no surprise there. But anyways, yeah. I liked it. I like Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. Michael Shannon always does a good job with Zod there. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. I thought it was a pretty decent little movie. So I don't know. I like all the whole joke with Eric Stoltz, now being in Back to the Future. I thought that was funny. I thought it was good, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. I don't read the comic books. I don't. I just judge him by the movies. That's all. I thought it was a good little movie. So I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, he's. I don't know. There was talks about I don't watch the show, but the show, The Flash, maybe getting him to replace Ezra here. But I don't know. Like I said, the movie, I don't know, barely made back its money. So I don't know. But again, listen, Michael Shannon's playing Zod. He looked like he had a good time doing that one. So I don't know what to tell you. I recommend it. I thought it was good. Like even the woman that plays the new Supergirl, or yeah, this is the kind of world we're living in. Is she Supergirl or Superwoman? I don't know. I don't know. Either way, something tells me that she's allergic to kryptonite. I think we can all agree on that. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a good movie, so I don't know what to tell you. So there you go. So one more time. That's it. The Space Within. It's a podcast series. Okay. And the last one he's worked on, he's got 3 coming up, but the last one he's worked on is The Bike Riders, which this movie has not even come out yet, and for some reason has a rating of 9 out of 10. I don't even know how that's possible. Hey, look, there's Elvis. It follows the rise of a Midwestern motorcycle club through the lives of its members. All right, there you go. You got Michael Shannon there with the beard. Yeah, there you go. Badass motherfucker. Okay, so you got Austin Butler, who I mean, everyone's been wondering, like, ever since Elvis, this guy's done nothing. He still can't get out of the voice for some reason. Jeez. I mean, this guy's really committing to the role. I mean, holy shit. But yeah, I mean, he did a great job as Elvis. But yeah, I don't know. Is he gonna be biker Elvis? I don't know what's gonna happen. So we got Jodie Comer, Tom Hardy, total badass. Yeah, I got to do a podcast about him for sure. Michael Shannon, Mike Feist, Boyd Holbrook. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, we got some good people here. So good little motorcycle gang. Here we go. Okay, all right. So again, I'm one of these people. I like to avoid trailers because that's another podcast I got to do. I mean, trailers just give away too much fucking shit lately. It's too much. Oh, it's director and writers Jeff Nichols. There you go. So these guys always team up together. Good. Perfect. Okay, so it should be good. Again, I don't know how it has a rating at 9 out of 10 already. I don't know. Maybe it's... I know TIFF just started in Toronto. Maybe it's part of that. People are already rating it, but I don't know. To say it's as good as Godfather, you better have some proof there, buddy. But the point is, I'm sure it'll be good. The other movies are good, so there we go. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. And it says here he's got 3 upcoming movies here. Okay, so in pre-production, we got The Young King. He's going to play Mick. Mick Jagger? No. No. Jules, an aspiring drag king, goes to Las Vegas to reconnect with her estranged dad, Mick, and to make her debut performance in the U.S.'s biggest drag king review. Revue, sorry. Did I say that right? Revue. Revue. All right, okay. All right, there you go. We got Michael Shannon, Kiersey Clemens, Barbie Ferreira. All right. So we got Michael Shannon causing trouble in Las Vegas now. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, why not, man? Why not? Then we got The End, post-production here. Well, the movie's called The End. It's not it's in post-production. Anyways, a Golden Age style musical about the last human family. Okay. We got Michael Shannon here, Tilda Swinton, George McKay, Lenny James. Okay. Moses Ingram, Tim McInnerly. Okay. All right. Not that many details, but what are you going to do? And lastly, McCartney, Joseph McCartney. It's in pre-production. Uh-oh. Do we have... No, okay, no. I thought it was... sorry, for a second there, I'm a little tired, but I thought Shannon was going to play Paul McCartney. I'm sorry. Welcome on TV. A personal look at the influential former politician who rose to fame as a driving force behind anti-communist and anti-homosexual U.S. political sentiment during the Cold War. There we go. Okay, we got Emily Clark, the Khaleesi, right? There you go. The dragons and all that. Michael Shannon, Danae DeHaan, God knows if I said that right. Scoot McNairy. All right. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Things are on the horizon for Mr. Michael Shannon. Now again, writer's strike. We're lucky if we're going to see these movies by probably 2025. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this guy shows no signs of slowing down. He's doing it for, well over 30 years. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I think Michael Shannon's going to be one of these guys. He can always get a role, until the day he dies. Like, you'll always see him in something. He's even appearing in his own little TV shows, and he kicks ass, man. But the important thing to remember is when you see Michael Shannon, be afraid. Be very, very afraid, because you don't know if he's going to grin, ever so slightly, like on his IMDb picture. You don't know if he's going to show up in a black and white movie poster just scaring the shit out of you, you know, almost like the human version of Silence of the Lambs. You don't know that. You don't know that. But in all seriousness, Michael Shannon is a pretty cool guy. I kind of doubt he, wants to go on a, rage there. He seems like a pretty chill guy. But I'll tell you something. Not since Clint Eastwood have I been afraid and yet entertained, but more afraid of another human being than Michael Shannon.
The problem with if it was the Oscars, every time I would tell a funny joke, it would cut to George Clooney, looking incredibly charming and laughing. But since this is the Independent Spirit Awards, every time I tell a joke, instead, I'm going to cut to Michael Shannon looking creepy. I asked him if I could do that first. So I had someone ask him first. I was too scared.